Yo, what's good? It's Professor Teasy. You already know I made this shit look too easy. All right, so today, man, we are starting the journey for somebody, the journey from point A to point Z, of somebody coming straight off the streets, don't know nothing about charts, nothing about trading, nothing. All you know is you go to work, collect your paycheck, and you go spend it on bullshit. All right, so what this is, I'm gonna go ahead and open a new tab. Matter of fact, let's open a new window. That's the YouTube. Boom. Let's open a new window. All right, so what you want to do is you want to go to tradingview.com. All right, so Google search TradingView. It's going to be the first one. It ain't no mistaking. All right, you hit it. Once you go to the website, they got these sales and everything, but don't really worry about that until you really get into trading. You can TradingView, bro. You can get everything done and do everything that you need with the free version. All right, so you need to make an account. I don't know what it look like when you. I can't remember what it look like when you don't have an account, but you know this mine up here. So you'll just make an account, sign in. Once you got an account, what you want to do is you want to go to the markets. All right. So I hit markets, and then now of course we got options and stuff here. They got the indices, world indices. You got U.S. stocks, all kind of stuff, right? All right. So let's just say we want to start, but we want to get into the part where we actually can see the chart. So I'm gonna just choose the S&P 500 because everybody know that, or majority of people have heard of it or aware of something, kind of aware of it. So I can't click it like that. Okay, let's see. What? I'm failing y'all right now. It's been a long look. I'm trying to show y'all from the beginning. It's been a long time since I actually started this journey. So um, I'm gonna just go how I know how to do it. So let's do it this way. All right. So when you hit that search button, you can start to search any symbol you want to look up. All right. Let's go to the S&P. A lot of people got their 401ks tied to the S&P or to the NASDAQ. So we're going to go look at that. All right. So you see I type S&P 500. It pops up right here. First one, SP 500. You can see it say S&P Index Cash CFD. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to launch the chart. Okay, that's how you actually can see and start analyzing. So hit launch chart. Boom. All right. So that brings us here. Now, yours might look, you might have a volume indicator on yours. So yours might look, yeah, but the volume indicator, you can't see it on this S&P chart right here. So now that you're on the S&P, we're looking at candles and just talk about, we're going to talk about TradingView in general, what you're looking at. So from top left, you want to put your eyes on the top left. You can see that this is the symbol, right? SP 500. And then right under that, you see is written out S&P index cash, all of that info, right? And then you see it say 1D. That's your time interval. Okay, you can change the interval from right here by clicking it, and then you can type in what you want to do, right? So I can go 1W for 1 week. I can go 1H for 1 hour. I can go 1M for 1 month, etc. All right, so but what I like to normally do, the way I change my time frames is I go up here, right? So you see this little arrow, this little carrot, drop down, and then these are all the time frames. Okay, you can do minutes, you can do hours, you can do days, weeks, months, 6 months, 12 months, which basically a year. So you can look at any asset in the world, man. You can look at we looking at a stock right now or the index, but you can look at U.S. stocks. You can look at commodities, which are raw materials. You can look at crypto. You can look at you can look at the value of the US dollar. There's so much stuff you can look at, but we'll get into that. So, but this is how you start to change your time frames. All right. So, and then you can put a star on your favorites. You see, I got mine star. And if you want to, if I hit 1 hour, boom. Once you put the stars on them, they pop up here, and that's how you get them. So you see, I got 5 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, etc. All right, I'm gonna take that 1 hour off. Don't try. You ain't got to copy my time frame or nothing like that. It's all preference. It's what you're good at, what you want to see, etc. Most people like the 1 hour time frame and 1 minute time frames and stuff like that. But these are the ones that work for my trading style. Okay. There's no wrong, right or wrong answer for as far as time frames. All right. Then we're gonna keep moving over to the left. So now you see You'll see, you hover over here and you'll see candles. Okay, so you can change the image of these charts. You can see right next to candles, you see I got a line. So I can change it to a line graph if I want to. And that's usually what I start with when I'm teaching my students at the beginning, because it's easier to see a line graph and it's easier to understand it. You know what I'm saying? There ain't all them wicks and all that extra detail going on. It's just a line graph, and everybody know how to read a line graph from school. Okay. But then if you hit this drop down arrow, you can it's plenty options for how you like to look at your charts. But personally, I just use line graph and candles. But you can do hollow candles, etc. It's personal preference, what you like. All right. Then next to that, you got indicators. Okay. Don't worry about indicators when you first start. Do not worry about indicators at all. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because really, indicators don't, they give you post information. They're not going to help you analyze or predict the market. Um, but indicators are helpful and useful, and we'll talk about them in later videos. But when you hit indicators, boom, you get the drop down, and then you can, of course, favorite stuff. Once you search stuff, you can start favoriting it. So this is just everything. This is basically every indicator I ever tried out and ever used. And a lot of these I don't even use no more. It's funny. I already wasted time and been through that journey. What else we got? Boom, you hit this. Oh, you can save your indicator template. Don't worry about that. You can set alerts on TradingView, so you can set alerts, and basically, like, if you want to watch something, right, and you want to be alerted when the price hits a certain a lower, a cheaper value that you want to buy at, or maybe it hits a price target that you want to sell at, then you can set alerts. And we'll get into details about how setting alerts and everything like that when we start to learn more. But that's how you do that. Replay, don't worry about that. That's a pay. You got to get the paid version to do it. This is the undo button. You always got to have an undo button, because basically with TradingView, it's basically like, it's like Google Docs. You know what I'm saying? But instead of typing words, or instead of like Google Sheets where we putting stuff in an Excel sheet, this is a TradingView, and we can do drawings. We can do all kind of stuff to our document. You know what I'm saying? To our chart, and we can save it. All right. And then so when you come over here to the right, then you can change the layout. You can, this is how you start like adding, when you get more advanced, you'll start stacking charts. You know what I'm saying? You can put multiple charts on one screen, but don't worry about that right now. We just getting started. Then you see mine say dark side save. That's what I named the template. And then I can save, like if I make any edits to my chart right now, I can save it, and then I can come back to it later. And really they all auto save anyway. So you always got a manual save button to it just in case. Um, You have unsaved changes. Would you want to proceed? No, not right now. And then it's the drop down, etc. Just same template stuff. Just if you want to save. Quick search. I had never even used this before. What is this? Search tool or function type to search for drawings. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't never clicked that button in my life until I sat here trying to teach y'all, and now I'm feeling that shit might be my new favorite button. I need that. That's crazy. I never knew what that was. I'm gonna be on that. So this is how you search drawings. We ain't talk about drawings yet, but drawings are all over here on the left side of the screen. And so when you click these, they got arrows, and it'll open it up for drop down. But like, this is how you draw trend lines, and this is how you start doing all the fancy stuff on your chart. Okay. But going back over here to the top right, then you got the settings button. This is how you edit your settings. Then you got this button. This will do full screen mode. I never do that. Ever do that. That's because you need to see all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to see your drawings and all that. So I never do it, but that's how you full screen. And then this right here is how you take screenshots and pictures if you want to send it to people. You can download the image. You can copy the image. That's what I mainly do. I just copy and paste it, and I'll send it through text, or I'll drop it in the Discord. You can copy a link and paste it somewhere. You can open it in a whole new tab, and then you can even tweet this chart. You know what I'm saying? If you got a Twitter page and you want to post your charts on Twitter, you can just tweet it straight over there. Publish. This is if you share ideas and do all this, but this is more advanced stuff, so don't worry about that. All right. Let's see. So like over here on the left side, I told you these are drawings. So the first one, you got trend lines, rays, all kind of stuff. This is the next one. This, you see the Fibonacci and a bunch of other words y'all probably never seen before, so don't worry about that. But these are just how you see all the drawings. All right. Elliott waves. I've never used them in my life, but some people like them. Positions, you see, I got long position, short position, start. I got the fixed range, volume profile, start. This actually this is my number one favorite drawing, bro. That shit is so far. Then you got date and price range, etc. You got the paintbrush, highlighter, arrows, everything, rectangles, all this kind of stuff that you can do to your chart. I'll probably make a separate video of us just testing and using drawings so y'all can see how to make those and like how to use them, because it is kind of confusing. Like for example, right now, if I want to use the rectangle and I want to box something, you got to click one point and you don't see nothing happen, right? But you have started drawing. You know you started drawing because that little damn y'all can, this little symbol right here pop up. All right, that's when you know you're drawing. Then once you start moving your cursor, you can see the box now. It's always you. Normally with most drawings, it's always two points, right? So you click to start the drawing, then you click to finish the drawing, and then now I got a box. Now I just drew this little box right here. If we was to do the same thing, like come up here and we did trend line, I could boom, I click. You don't see shit, but you see that little symbol popped up, so I know I'm drawing. And then once I drag it, I can start making a trend line. All right. And then this is how you start doing drawings. But we'll get into them details. But as for people who want to go and figure it out now, normally it's just 2 clicks. 1 click to start, 2nd click to finish the drawing. What else we want to talk about here? Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole separate video for drawings. We'll go through them. Over here to the right. All right. So now on the right side of the screen, you got this first one, right? This is watch list. So this is how you start making your watch list. Just like music, you make a playlist and shit like that. You can make a watch list. And then you can set flags so that way you can organize them. I got a red, green, and a blue list. My red, this is my main one. This is the main stuff I like to look at. Bitcoin. I'm gonna hit these two just so y'all can start seeing how we change it, right? So Bitcoin, and of course I analyze these so they got drawings on them. Nasdaq, U.S. oil, gold, which is XAU USD. It's funny, right? This how a lot of people thought about, bro. This school shit don't come up in real life. This chemistry right here. AU is gold, so it's XAU USD. SWI, that's one of my favorite cryptos. SWI USD. You got XAG. So we just talked about chemistry. AG, if you know something, AG is silver. We can look at silver charts. This is coffee. You can look at the price of coffee. People don't notice this. Again, like what I was talking about, you can trade commodities, bro. You can see the price of coffee in the world. You can see the price of oil and see if you see the oil charts rising, you're like, oh damn, gas prices finna go up. You can see the price of eggs. People talking about eggs is expensive, but you can literally look up eggs. Watch, we're gonna type. Oh, by the way, so when you click the screen on TradingView, if you just start typing on your keyboard, you'll start to search symbols. So I just typed in eggs, and then it give me the drop down list. And so I'm looking for this one right here. So I don't know what all that APU 00. I'll probably need to try and figure that out so I can explain and teach it to y'all. But I'm looking at the middle, the middle column. It say eggs, grade A, large per dozen. If you ever shop for groceries, you used to seeing that. So boom, click this. And now we can actually see the price of eggs, bro. You see right now, eggs are currently $6.23 per dozen. So, and you see the chart. Even if you don't know how to analyze charts, here you can see that eggs is vertical right now. That shit is at the all-time high. They are the most expensive they've ever been since eggs have existed. It's bullish. You know what I'm saying? So, and then as I'm zooming out, what I'm doing is I'm I'm on a MacBook, so I'm like just scrolling in and out. If you zoom in and out, you can zoom out to see more history. This little dinosaur means that's the beginning of the chart. All right, and so they've been tracking the price of eggs on TradingView since like 1980s. All right, so back in 1980, I'm just curious to see right now. Back in 1980, the price of eggs was 88 cents per dozen. Wow, that shit sounds sweet. All right, but then now, of course, so as time passed, the price of eggs continued to go up and go up because of inflation and all kind of economic stuff. And then now we at $6.23. Oh, so the way I'm even seeing that is on this right side. So it's like again, it's like math, right? You got on the x-axis, you have time. On the y-axis, you got price. Okay, so down here, when I was saying when I zoomed out and I was saying this tracking the price from 1980s, this is how you can see the date. So as I'm going from left to right, if you look at the x-axis, you can see that date is changing when my cursor moves over it. All right. And so, and then as when I'll go up and down, if you look at the y-axis, you can see that the price is changing. Okay. Right now it's at $1.78. I went up some more, $2.57. And just all you do is just follow that horizontal line all the way to the right and line it up with that y-axis. And so when I was telling you the price, the current price of eggs, the way you see it is the current price is always dotted, and the color scheme on everything on TradingView looks different. It's personal preference. You can set up how you want to. I got mine in black for my price, and so you can see that black dotted line is showing me the current price of eggs, and the current price of eggs is $6.23. All right. Um, Here again, these are alerts. If you want to set alerts, and then it'll have a log for when it tracks the alerts that got triggered. Data window. This is just data about anything you're looking at. Like if you're looking at stocks and a stock and you wanted to know the high price of the day, the change in percentage, stuff like that. Um, oh, and then you can also look at this is the object tree. That's mainly what I use this for. It's the object tree. So as you start to put drawings on your screen, right? So let's say I go back and I get that rectangle. I put that rectangle. You see, it's the object tree. For people who ever been in like engineering or did any type of 3D design or drawings, then you familiar with object trees. It's that same thing. If I go over here, grab a line, and I draw a line up here on my screen, you see it pops up. And then I can start to do stuff. If I want to delete that drawing, I can delete it. If I want to hide that drawing, I can hide it. If I want to unhide it, I can unhide it. All right. But again, we'll go in more details. I'm going to make a whole separate video for drawings. Uh, and then here is public, private. I never use this. I probably should start using it, but I guess it's just this people sharing these charts and stuff. This is just like the trade in the world. You know what I'm saying? People putting their stuff in public, want to share they charts and everything like that. So that's what this is. But I don't be interested in people's opinions and shit like that. I follow the people that I want to learn from. I follow them on Twitter. All right, so that's it for the most part, bro. That's the basics of TradingView. Everything at the bottom, I ain't talking about the bottom stuff. Don't worry about none of this stuff at the bottom. It's really irrelevant to you for real. And then this right here, this is just my drawings. When you favorite your drawings, like how I was saying, I got a couple things I favorite, like horizontal ray, vertical line. They come down here, and you'll make this little. It's like your little favorites bar. I keep mine at the bottom, but you can move it around, put it wherever you want to. All right. But yeah, man, that is welcome to TradingView. It's the beginning. It's the basics of TradingView. We'll talk more. If it's anything that I might have left out, you know what I'm saying? Put in the comments. Anything else y'all want to learn and other videos y'all want me to drop in the future, make that comment. And I'm watching. I'm gonna be reading and taking y'all feedback, and I'll make them videos for y'all later. But right now we're just trying to keep it simple, and we're starting from the beginning, point A. All right. That's it, man. Y'all be blessed. Tease y'all.